I thought I was done making dust collection videos, but apparently not. I'm still learning some things, primarily related to this bag. I've been using a wind filter on the top for several weeks now, and that's working out quite well. The bag, not so much. In the first run I did of this, I made it about half height, and that way it wasn't taking up so much space, because I'm not planning on holding a lot of chips in there. But the problem is that it was kicking around the chips into a little tornado, and that would have kicked the dust back up and sucked it into the filter, so it's hard to keep the filter clean. The next video I made it about 3/4 height, just to try to avoid that, move the chips down a little bit lower, but I was still having the same problem. So now I've made it full height, and I also went through, I'll do it again right now, and I cleaned the filter using the recommended 60 psi of air. I already cleaned it once, so there's not much coming out now. Alright, so now we have a clean filter. We have some fresh fine dust in the bottom that is now settled, and then watch what happens when I turn it on. I don't know if it's visible, but there are a couple small holes in the bag now. And these aren't from bumping into anything in the shop. This is just from these chips, especially the harder wood like ash, getting spun around in there. They just cut right through the bag. So there's two problems there that need to be fixed. One is the movement of the chips, and two is the cutting of the bag. First problem can be solved using a piece of string or rope or whatever you have sitting around. Alright, now we have a secondary baffle. Let's see how that works. That might be good enough. You might be able to call it there, but I think the other problem could be solved using, remember this guy? This is the bag filter from the top, which I decided not to throw out. I think maybe if I pop this inside one of these bags, not on the outside, but on the inside, it'll prevent those chips from cutting the plastic bag. And the only downside is it will impede my view of the inside of this bag. But you know what? I really don't care. I have a TV. This thing is never going to fill up. It's probably going to take me 10 years to fill this up. I just want that bag to last forever and not get cut through. So let's see what happens. Well, it turns out those were both terrible ideas. I should never have listened to me. The bag might have worked if I had some little bungee cords, the mini ones that I could have used to hook through here and then hook onto the container here. I still don't know what it's called. But I didn't have any available, so I decided to try the next option that was a little bit lighter, and that was to take some contractor bags, 3mm contractor bags, just the kind you get at the hardware store, and cut the bottom out so I could still see what's going on at the bottom, and then tape it to the top. Unfortunately, I made the diameter of that, half of the diameter of that bag 29 3/4, and it probably should have been 29 7/8, so it was a little bit too tight, and that killed my last clear bag. So with no other options that were readily available, I decided to just take the 3mm black contractor bag for now and pop that on here. And it's way too big, but you know what? That actually made it a little bit easier to put the bag on. I could take that extra slack and pull on it, fold it over, and tape it. And then I could put on the clamp to hold it in place. And that solved the problem for now. The real issue was the movement of the chips in the bottom, and that's solved with a little piece of rope. So maybe we'll come up with a better idea later. Maybe you have some better ideas. Pop them in the comments or post a video to whatever you did. Good luck.